Hi everyone, my name is Neville. He just introduced myself. Me and Daryl started from undergrad. I've known Daryl since undergrad, so it's been 7 years now. Wow, 7 years, that's actually pretty crazy. Not 10 years, but 7 years is still pretty long enough. First of all, the crazy fact about me and Daryl is, since we started undergrad in Kane, I'm telling you, every single semester, this man and me are not separate. And that's so weird because we started 2015 fall. Every single semester we have a class together. Every single semester we have a class together. Either we're together in class or we're together in work. So we were not only study buddies, but we were also co-workers at the tutoring center. Now, I'm really happy about that because, if anything was down there, or if I needed help, or if anything when it came for time for registration, I'm like, hey Daryl, are you gonna register for this class? Are you gonna register for that class? And if he's there, if I know he's gonna be there, I'm so happy because Daryl's the guy you want by your side if you're taking an exam, just to peep into his computer or on his sheet. I'm telling you, Daryl is a very smart guy. I've known him since all my classes. I mean, you see his grades. You're definitely going to say he's a smart guy. And like I said, there's been a lot of instances where he's been a big help to study together. We've studied a lot together, biology, chemistry, microbiology, neuroscience. I was actually thinking about it when he told me that he wanted me to talk about it a little bit. We've taken a lot of classes together, everything biology related, and we always had a lot of talks about our future. I first had a plan to go to PT school. And we always knew we were going to go after our biology degree. We wanted to go into health professions, take it forward. The thing about Daryl, what they said, him being dedicated, I actually like that word. He is very dedicated to what he has in his mind. And he has a good creative plan. Now the good thing about Daryl, not everyone has this though. He does not get easily upset with small failures or small drawbacks, or if something doesn't go our way. Like for me, example, if something doesn't go in my way, I'm not really happy. I'm gonna be in my room for like 2 days. But Daryl, I feel like it's not somebody like that. If one class doesn't go like that, he told me he tried med school for a little bit. He tried the MCAT. He's like, bro, I just took the MCAT for fun. I'm like, who takes the MCAT for fun? I was like, I prepared for it. Why not just try it out? But I know I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna go for OT school, bro. My dad's an OT. Definitely, he's there to guide you. I told him. Definitely it's going to go out. And I knew it would go out. And look at him, he's a doctor in OT right now. Definitely was always happy to talk with him about our plans after biology. After we graduated, then we started, so we were co-workers at Tutors. And then once we graduated, we started working as academic specialists. I'm telling you, even after graduation, we still were together. I don't know, man, nothing to keep us separate. So we worked as academic specialists, and now we just went into our own professional ways. But it's good, we do keep in touch here and there. The good thing is, even after a class and during graduation, we walked in together. It was Daryl, and then I was right behind him. So they called Daryl's name, everyone was clapping a lot. So I was happy to see that. So everyone was like, after they said his name, I went on. So it seemed like I was getting all the claps. So that was like, pretty cool to get that. Another funny instance about Daryl is when it gets to finals weeks, it's intense learning. We put in the final hours in the library, we're learning. And I'm like, Daryl's wearing like a rosary band. I'm like, dude, what is that? It looks cool. Yeah, man, it's finals weeks, what are going to do to keep myself? It's a religious mood. That's the only reason why I said religious studies. It might be religious studies when you ask what subject it might be. But yeah, I'm really happy for Gal. He's a really good guy. He's calm, he's simple, but he's very helpful and dedicated. When I changed from my PT school, he's one of the persons I first approached, because we always had our plans together. And he talked with me in a very calm way. Like I said, he doesn't take drawbacks in a negative manner. He always sees something positive in that. And that's something important we all have to take in our lives too. So that helped me a lot. And then I went to nursing school, and then, talking with him, he also always gave me a good feedback in that. So Daryl, I'm really happy we're stepping into our professional lives right here, right now. Definitely, you know, if I break my arm one day, or if I'm not able to put my buttons, I think I'll be contacting you first to get the help to put on my buttons back, or just you know, go back on my own track.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's a pleasure to definitely be here with him this day, this time, and congrats, Daryl.
Thank you. I just want to say congratulations to him as well, because he recently got engaged. So.
All right, congratulations, and thank you so much, Neville. Thank you so much.
Weird. So I'm Allison, and this is Eric. And throughout the past 3 years, I think it's safe to say that this trio has been as tight as can be. Grad school has been a crazy journey. I think probably everyone in Daryl's life has seen what we've kind of gone through in some way, shape, or form, even though he's really good at making it look easy. It's been a journey. There's been so many ups and downs and crazy obstacles, and we were learning during a pandemic, and it's all been so crazy, but somewhere along that way, this trio was formed, and I truly could say throughout all the heaviness and the burdens we had to carry, I couldn't have done it alone. I couldn't have done it without you. Eric and I, we are the ones that get a little bit stressed, a little bit anxious, a little bit crazy, and truly without having that calm and steady, having Daryl be that calming force, even when he was stressed but not showing it, it made all the difference. It made every obstacle seem like we were able to get through it. He was always so encouraging. For someone so bright and intelligent, as humble as can be, I never wanted to. At first, you know, you meet someone and you realize, okay, this person's really smart, they're doing really well, and you kind of like start to compare yourselves when you're in a graduate program that's, you know, vigorous. But it was never that way with us, ever. No matter what our grades were, no matter what our struggles were, we all, and especially between the three of us, were able to see each other for all of our strengths and really support each other in our areas of weakness or struggle. And besides all of those things and all the academic things that we've gone through together, through 3 years, I mean, life has changed a lot. There's been so many transitions and so many things going on in the world around us, and it really has meant the most to know that when we were remote learning and behind our computers or out in our clinicals and away from each other, we did always have the three of us to shoot a text to know, make sure that we're checking in on each other and making sure we're okay, or to know that we were never alone in any part of this journey, because we always had each other and we always had good laughs, and we're able to get through what each day seemed to be so difficult. We were able to, you know, look back at it and say, like, you know, we did this together, and I couldn't be more thankful for someone so encouraging, someone so supportive, so creative. Daryl is someone who is he's not that typical smart person in class that's like, you know, to himself, wants to be like his own success. Like, he truly wants to see the people around him do well. So Daryl never like held back from sharing creativity and sharing ideas with us, like always in your corner, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm already have seen you shine in this field and seen all of the great things that you brought to this field without even being, you know, licensed clinicians yet. So I'm really just so excited to see that you're gonna just pave your way and make so much change in this profession and in the world. So I'm happy to see it, and I know that this friendship isn't gonna go anywhere because I couldn't do it without you guys. I'm really grateful.
Thank you, Al.
Hello, everybody. So, like Allison mentioned, my name's Eric. I had the opportunity to go into grad school with Daryl, and I've not been friends with him for 10 years or 7 years. It's only been 3.5 years, but those 3.5 years have been absolutely incredible. As you guys may know, may not know, OT is a very female-dominated field. So going into the program, I was a little concerned being a guy, because I was like, who am I going to connect with in this field if it's all women? And I walked into my first class, and Daryl was sitting there at the table, so immediately went to that corner and sat down with Daryl, and I was like, all right, man, we found out we had mutual friends, and from there it really just clicked. After that, being in the doctorate cohort together, we had every class together, all our breaks were together, literally everything was together. And for that, I'm extremely grateful and thankful. As Allison kind of mentioned, I'm a little bit more of an anxious guy when it comes to exams and projects and stuff. And I would always go to Daryl and always be like, dude, I'm gonna fail, man. I'm not gonna pass this and all this stuff. But every single time what Daryl would say to me is, dude, take one day at a time. Even if I didn't do well on an exam or something like that, he's like, deep breath, you know, it's fine. He's like, it's fine. You got another exam coming up next week, you make it up. And although he may not know how much of an impact that had on me, it had a huge impact. And it's still something I still carry with me, even throughout the rest of grad school, even into now our post-professional or post-degree, I guess, career, is taking one day at a time. And it's something that's really helped me kind of just relax, you know, and focus at the moment and really enjoy life to what it is in that moment. Another thing, just to quickly mention, just to give a quick testament of how Daryl is or how much of an impact he makes on other people's lives. During my residency, I had the opportunity of working with somebody in a brain trauma unit, and I was wearing my Kane sweatshirt, and they said, oh, did you go to Kane? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, we just had a OT student at the hospital that we were just at, and he was from Kane as well. Do you know who that is? And I was like, well, do you have any description of who this guy is? Because I don't know, maybe it's someone different. And they're like, oh yeah, he had dark hair, slicked back. I was like, don't tell me his name was Daryl. And they were like, yeah, Daryl, we love Daryl. I was like, no way. I was like, I'm actually classmates with Daryl. And they were just going on and on and on about how much of an impact he made on their lives just for that short time being at the hospital to now where they are. And I think it's a huge testament to who Daryl is and what he stands for, and how, again, how hardworking, just to reiterate what everyone else has said, and how dedicated he is to the profession and just helping others in general. Whether or not he knows them or not, it's just something that I think is embedded in Daryl and who he is. So with that, Daryl, again, I couldn't have done grad school without you, man. Couldn't have passed through. Again, been friends for 3 years, but again, this is something that's gonna last a lifetime, and I couldn't be more thankful for you and excited for you moving forward, because you're gonna kill the game, man. But,
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Eric Korn and Dr. Allison Intera. Thank you so much. Again, another round of applause, please.
Can everyone hear me? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So, honestly, when we were younger, we didn't like each other very much. We fought almost every day on random things. I hated how I was the ate, meaning the older sister in Tagalog, because it means a lot. It means that I always had to take care of you. So no matter what happens, I always have to drop everything and make sure that you were okay. That's why before, I often ask God, bakit kasi may kapatid ako? Bakit ako yung ate? I will translate, don't worry, for those who don't understand. In English, I said, why did I have to have a sibling? Or why was I the eldest and not him? But little did I know that you were created by our parents and placed in our family because you are my lucky charm. You're my best friend, my mentor, my tutor, my Xanax, especially when I was in nursing school, when I wanted to quit it and just say, I'm done, I don't want this anymore. My doctor, my psychiatrist, and most of all, my brother. You taught me how to grow up, you taught me how to be selfless, to always put my family first. You helped me every single time I struggle in life. Your confidence and perseverance is what helped me to get to where I am right now. I'm sorry. I cry easily, if you don't know. Believe it or not, I look up to you, but I guess everyone knows now. But who would have thought that you'll be able to get your bachelor's degree in 3 years and now your doctoral degree in occupational therapy? I'm so proud of what you've achieved. That's why I show you off all the time at RWJ New Brunswick. Actually, in my nursing friends, I show you off, but to the PT and OT department, I kind of wait until they realize that we're siblings because they recognize our last names. They would usually start off with, oh, there's a new OT student. And they would also say how good. And also, I also asked if how bad that you were doing. But I didn't tell them yet that you were my brother. I'll let them guess that. I wait until the end. Until I start hearing the bad things, then I block it off. But obviously, like I said, I would wait a little bit before I tell them that we're siblings, and they wouldn't believe me at first because of how good you are. But all jokes aside, even as an OT student, you've excelled and went above their expectations. And I can attest to it because there's a lot of PT and OT who are in that profession that went to me, that went to my unit just to tell me that how good my brother is as a student and how proud of what he's done. And every time I hear that, my heart would just melt. And they can see the tears start falling in my eyes. They're like, oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay? And I'm just like, I'm proud. I'm proud of everything that he's achieved. And there were a lot of moments that you wanted to give up, but I'm just so happy that you didn't. All your hard work paid off. You now have a doctoral degree in occupational therapy. You just need to pass the boards. But always remember that no one can take that away from you. That's you now. That also defines who you are. Just like how it defines me that I'm a nurse, it defines you as an OT. Be proud of everything that you've accomplished, because I know I am, and I'm sure that everyone else here is too. We've seen you excel in everything that you do, and I'm sure that you'll do the same in this profession. I am one very lucky sister, because you're an amazing brother, an amazing man to Chelsea. And always know that I am here for you physically, emotionally, but maybe not financially anymore. Because you graduated. Yes, it's been cut off. Daniel's Bank is officially closed after today. I'm just kidding. But always know that I'm just a phone call away, even though I'm far. I love you and congratulations.
All right, thank you so much, Sister Danilyn. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's very hard.
With my to celebrate us, my son's Danilyn, later on his graduation celebration. Time flies, huh? My son. It seems only yesterday when Darren Adrian was just 4 years old when we moved here from the Philippines back in 2001. Daryl, who grew up in a different country, had its share of both awe and culture shock at the same. As many of us here were parents, many of you understand the challenges we face during our children's formative years up to the college. It's never-ending challenge that we face every single day. One that we will accept in a heartbeat simply because they are our children. During our early years here, Daryl went to nursery school, but only took them just half day. I remember him saying to us, he doesn't want to attend school, not because he's having a hard time with his studies, but because he already knows what is being taught. I know that sounds cocky, but he definitely knows the school stuff that we're being taught. He may seem like a kid who doesn't take things seriously, but when it comes to studies, but you'll be surprised how he already understood what he just read without skipping a bit. Kane Elementary, just after grade 6. Daryl was also accelerated to Academy School in Jersey City. He passed the exam with the proverbial flying colors. During his time in high school, his subjects were already intended for college teachings. It was also this time when he became a battalion commander, where he won several awards during Best in Leadership. Competed with different states and won overall champion. Daryl also entered in the U.S. Naval Academy and engaged in the 7-day summer camp program. They call it STEM. Mostly, what is STEM is? The science, technology, engineering, and math. A program that surely benefited Daryl to further his interests and studies, albeit he was still in high school. Not to mention, it was very much Daryl's fervent dream to be part of the U.S. Navy. Daryl acquired a knowledge in BS Biology as an undergraduate course. When he was able to finish for just 3 years and graduated with the highest honor of being the summa cum laude of his batch/class. Of course, I'm proud. But things do change, or as fate would have it, his interest veers towards the medical field, and Daryl pursued a graduate course as a doctorate degree in occupational therapy at King University. Who knows? Maybe someday we want to change profession to be a superhero for a change. Donning red cape or just having the ability to stop time. But before you want to be a scientist too, I remember. But seriously, more than just a superhero, what with your chosen profession as an occupational therapist is more ways than one considered a hero, especially in these trying times. Thank you, Daryl, Adrian, for being such a respectful son and a responsible citizen. I am very proud to be your mother. Always remember that we will always be here for you. Your mother, your sister, your dad, of course, who adore you very much. As you go on your journey into the real world, we will always be beside you every step of the way. No matter the challenges that life puts on your way, know that you can move forward with head held high, because you already started to be the best that you can be. I love you, son, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you so much, Arlene, for this wonderful speech. And now I would like to,
All right, first off, I want to thank everyone here today for celebrating this day with me. It's a really awesome feeling, right? It's relieving to be on this end of our graduate school journey. All the exams, all the papers, all the projects, all the presentations, right? Eric and Allison. Almost 2 years of online learning because of COVID. It honestly feels so good to be in this position finally, and to start the next chapter of my life. But what I do want to talk about is how I got here. Because with all of these blessings and these fortunes, it's important for me to talk about what laid the foundations for me being here and being thankful for it. A graduation party is not just a celebration about me, about the graduate. It's also about a celebration for the people who put me here. My family, my friends, who gave me the mental, the physical, and the emotional support that I needed every moment of this journey. So first off, I want to thank all of my friends who showed me that there is life outside of graduate school. When I'm deep in the books, I'm writing a paper, I'm preparing for a presentation, my friends knew how to encourage me to take a break and remember that I'm still in my 20s and I should do something outside of studies once in a while. But in all seriousness, I'm extremely grateful for having such a wide group of friends. Next, I want to thank Eric and Allison. They're not only my colleagues, but they're my family now also. You guys have heard of the phrase, misery loves company. Well, Eric, Allison, and I know that phrase all too well. Going through something as tough as this, you know, it's gonna have significant lows, and even more significant lows, right? But in those moments, it's the people on your left and your right who are going through the exact same thing as you are that can help you propel to reach those significant highs. Knowing that you're not alone and what you're feeling is mutual among your friends, among your classmates throughout the journey gave a sense of relief. That it wasn't about me and whether I was smart enough to do it, right? It was about putting in the work and getting things done. So our little group in OT school reminded each other of that every single day. So thank you both, and I will seriously miss you. Not because of school, but because it means spending less time with each of you. So thank you guys for all the help, all the support, and most of all, the laughter and the joy you guys brought along the journey. Next, I want to thank Ate. Everyone's already explained that Ate means sister, so I don't need to say that. But Ate has been there for me in more ways than I can count. And I believe it in myself that I don't thank her enough for all of it. So I hope this is a start. Ate has been like another mom to me ever since I can remember. She was my babysitter all throughout elementary school. She was my driver all throughout high school. And now all throughout college, she supported me financially and gave me the help that I needed, whatever it was. So for those that don't know, Ate moved out of the house in the beginning of this year. And as much as I miss having her around at the house, honestly, I'm extremely happy for her because she's finally doing something for herself. And I'm sharing this with you because during the toughest time of my clinicals, I spoke to her on the phone about what I was going through and how I was feeling. And her immediate response was, I'm gonna come back home so you can focus on your school. And nothing else. And I will always stand by the fact that my sister is one of the most generous people that I know. So thank you, Ate, for being all that you are. Next, I want to thank my parents. Ma and Pa, you guys have shown me what it means to work hard. You pushed me to be the best version of myself. You've supported me through everything I've done. When I said I wanted to learn the piano and the guitar, you bought me a piano and a guitar, and you enrolled me in music lessons. When I said that I wanted to join JROTC and toss rifles around, you didn't even question it. In fact, you became the two most iconic parents that the JROTC program has ever seen. With all the love and support that you guys showed, and I think my friends can attest to that. When I said I'm gonna be a tutor, a pharmacy technician, and a student full-time, you said, that's it? I'm just kidding, they didn't say that, guys. Instead, they said, put your schedule on our kitchen fridge so at least we'll know where you'll be. But most importantly, when I said I didn't know what to do with my life after graduating undergrad in 2018, you said, follow your heart. Whatever you choose to do, we'll support you. And I did, and here I am today. My parents have never doubted a single decision I made throughout my life. They found a way to support me always. And because of that, I am the man I am today with the experiences that I carry all around. So thank you, Ma and Pa. I love you guys. Your hard work has paid off, and I hope I can slowly repay you for everything you've done for me, even though you know you won't accept it. And finally, the last person I want to thank is Chelsea. Chelsea and I, for those that don't know, Chelsea and I have been friends since we were in middle school. Since I was about 5 feet tall, and she's about the same height as she is now. So that's probably the reason why I was crushing on her as much as I did, and she wasn't crushing on me, as much as I am right now. But that's a different story. What I want to share with you though is the impact that Chelsea had on my life since she became a part of it again in 2017. Chelsea was there when I graduated undergrad, when I was confused about what to do next. I didn't know if I wanted to continue trying to be a medical doctor at that time. In my mind, I wanted to, but in my heart, I didn't. And it was tough. Even when I learned about OT, I still didn't think that it was really right for me. just felt like I wasn't gonna give it my all. So, but Chelsea, she was there, right? When I cried and I panicked about the messiness of life at that time. And her words at that time resonated with me, and it resonates with me today. She said, if I'm gonna be an OT, then I'm gonna be the best damn OT out there. And I carried that with me all throughout graduate school, and it motivated me. So Chelsea, thank you for listening to me vent all throughout this journey. Thank you for being the person I can find comfort in after a long day of studying. Thank you for keeping my life eventful and full of adventure. And last but not least, thank you for dealing with all the stress and flaws that I carry, because I know you dealt with them too. I can't wait for what's next for us, and I love you so much. And to everyone, really thank you guys for listening to all of this. I really appreciate it. I don't know if it was a little bit long, but honestly, for me to say anything less would be a disservice for all the people that helped me along this journey. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Tito Eric for hosting the party today. And I hope you guys had a great time. Thank you all for coming, and let's keep it going for the time that's left.
Thank you so much, Daryl. One more time, please, Daryl! Dr. Daryl, thank you so much. I guess that concludes our party, but again, we still have food here, so